Welcome student. In last lecture we discussed about the typical product life cycle. In today's lecture we will discuss about the revised product life cycle with CAD CAM. If you remember a previous diagram, in that diagram the processes or whole product life cycle get divided into two groups, that is design process and manufacturing process. Same thing here you can find the two parts, that is design process and manufacturing process. Here computer plays a crucial role. Let we see the tools required in design process of the product cycle. Now in a design process there are different phases, and for that every phase the what are the CAD tool required, these things we will going to discuss. In design conceptualization we required the geometrical modeling techniques, graphics adds or its visualization to feasible that concept, to make or to obtain the concept in a feasibility. We require that CAD tool. With the help of that CAD tool we can uh, convert our concept into on paper. Okay, then second phase of design is design modeling and simulation. Here you can animate it, you can assemble parts together, then you can do a simulation and by using a special modeling packages. Okay, these are nothing but the different tools which are required to do a modeling and simulation. Third one is about the design analysis. With the help of different analysis packages like FEA, CFD, that is finite element analysis, then computational fluid dynamics, all kind of analysis packages you may use to do a design analysis. Then design optimization, to customize the optimization or for the structural optimization you can also use some advanced techniques. Then design evaluation, you can use a CAD tool like dimensioning, tolerancing, bill of material. These are nothing but the tool which you required for this design phase of design evaluation. Then to transfer, once you complete the drawing and if you want to open it in a different uh, softwares, then design communication can do. Here drafting and detailing should be there on your drawing. So by providing a feature control frame you can give a detailed information about this phase or about this uh, design. Okay, this is the tools are required and at different design phases. Now let me see about the scope of CAD CAM. You see in a diagram the basis upon which to define the scope of CAD CAM. The CAD process is a subset of the design process and the CAM process is a subset of manufacturing process. Engineers involved in the design process are usually themselves the CAD designers who execute the CAD process. Similarly, manufacturing engineers execute the CAM process. At the core of the CAD and CAM processes is a geometric model of the product under design. Activities of the CAD process include mass properties, finite element analysis, dimensioning, tolerancing, assembly modeling, generating shaded images, and documentation and drafting. These all activities come under the CAD process. Activities under CAM process include computer aided process planning, that is CAPP, numerical control, that is NC, numerical control programming, design of injection mold, then coordinate measuring machine, CMM verification, inspection, assembly via robots, and packaging. All these tasks come under a computer aided manufacturing. The CAD process and its tool utilize three disciplines, that are geometrical modeling, computer graphics, and design. The CAM process utilize the disciplines of CAD itself, manufacturing, and automation. From this diagram it is get clear that the scope of CAD is used in design process. Now let we continue with the scope of CAD, and let we see how CAD play a crucial role in a design process. If you see here in a diagram, at every stage CAD is useful. While in a design mockup, that is in that DMU, then computational fluid dynamics, then numerical control, remote control or measure control activities, CAD should be there. Virtual reality, technical product documentation, rapid prototyping, finite element method, production planning and control, multi-body system, all these activity can efficiently do with the help of computer. Now let me understand that design mockup or DME. That DMU is starts with the 3D CAD, where we complete a master model, that is CAD native data including design, history and structure. That data is transferred to DMU model or simplified model, where we can do a different model structure and geometry data is get transfer and evaluate in it. Then it again transfer to the DMU investigations, packaging, clash detection, assembly simulation, kinematics, okay, etc. These are the several things we can investigate in that DMU investigation. And again, this information is backflow to the first stage, that is 3D CAD. Here in this diagram you can get clear how DMU, that is design mockup, is take place. Similarly, the computational fluid dynamics, here also a CAD play a crucial role. The steps are as similar to the previous one, that is 3D CAD, where we do a model, then it data is get transferred to the CFD model, where the geometry then that approximated by CFD mesh can take place. Then it transferred for the CFD simulation, where we apply the boundary condition, then fluid characteristics, then surface characteristics, some rules and functions are get uh, done in this CFD simulation, and then it passes to the analysis and evaluation, where a temperature or pressure behavior can check. Again, that information is backflow to the 3D CAD. Okay, these things can be done in CFD. It means it's an example of a injection spray and air fuel ratio characteristic in engine. Similarly, we can see in a multi-body system. You can see here a diagram for multi-body system is an example of a suspension system. You can say a suspension system consists number of components there. It consists shock absorber, it consists axle, it consists a wheel. So caster, camber, wheel track, all these things we have to maintain, because all these things are present at same assembly. So again, this multi-body system, the functioning of multi-body system can done properly with the help of CAD. Here also the steps are similar, that 3D CAD design, where we are doing a master model, then it data is get transferred to the multi-body system, where we do a modeling, then it transfer for simulation, where we apply the boundary condition or we apply the kinematic constraints, then it goes for the analysis and evaluation, where the motion analysis, speed acceleration, these are the terms we can evaluate or analyze. Again, information is black flow to the 3D CAD design. Okay, you can see here in a diagram, it shows different graphs which shows the toe angle, camber angle, wheel track change, how much it takes place or how much changes it takes place when we run that multi-body system. It means we are, instead of directly go on a actual product, we are simulate all these things by using a computer. Next one is a technical production documentation. Okay, you can see here in a diagram whatever the part we are going to draw, the whole part is shown on a drawing, and again it shows the which part is assembled in which part. Okay, all this description we can give in that technical product documentation. Okay, this is all about the scope of CAD. Now we will going to see about the software model. That software model we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.